Hello, everybody. I'm John.
And I'm Claire.
And today we're talking about chicken nuggets in space. Yes, not in just the general space around us, but outer space. Yeah, or the space in our stomachs.
In this space.
Yeah, in my space. Well, not that either. Anyways, off the rails already. Yes, so chicken nuggets in space, it's kind of plain what this is going to be about, although maybe the way we get there is going to be a bit more interesting. But it's literal nuggets in literal outer space. Now, what, Claire, is the craziest commercial or marketing stunt you have ever seen or heard about?
I have heard of a few pretty crazy ones, and maybe I'll get into those fun ones later. But the craziest has got to be the time when there was a guy and he did a parachute jump from a platform that was almost in space. It was, I don't know, thousands and thousands of meters tall, where the air was so thin, I think he had to wear a breathing mask. He was so high up in the atmosphere. And he jumped off, and it was a free dive, I think, until near the Earth, and then he had his parachute open.
Yeah.
And it was to advertise Red Bull,
Correct.
I believe.
Yeah.
They've done some pretty crazy ones, actually,
yeah.
Red Bull. That was nuts.
His name was Felix Baumgartner.
Oh, you remember it too. We had an article on that. Do you remember? It was a few years ago now.
Crazy. And he was burning up in the atmosphere because it was so thin. He was going too fast. Yeah. And they're like, well, he's dead.
Oh no, what have we done?
Until he wasn't. And he was like, oh, cool. I mean, either way, lots of advertising. Red Bull's like, die or not, we get all the money.
Nothing to lose, really.
Yeah, and he wanted to do it anyway. It's not like they were like, go up there.
Yes, they didn't push.
They push him off the edge. Good luck. But yeah, the footage from that is like insane.
YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube it. Oh man. Wow, I don't know how to recover from that except why do you think Red Bull or these companies spend such inordinate amounts of money on this marketing?
It's just pure shock value. It's just anything that will get your attention to look at their logo, their product name, hear their product name. It'll get reported probably on the news. If that Red Bull one was. It will make a big story. So, and that increases brand recognition. It doesn't matter if even the product is related to the stunt, I think. It just gets people to remember the name. Yeah.
Red Bull didn't give him wings.
They didn't give him wings. They gave him a parachute.
Yeah, it's good enough for humans, I guess. Yeah, even flat earthers were talking about that one.
Were they?
Because they're like, is the earth flat, Felix?
Oh, they wanted to ask him.
Well, no, because he was like, oh, you could see the curve of the earth. And they're like, well, that's because your cameras are curved, blah, blah. Anyways, it's moving on. Maybe we'll do an article about flat earthers someday.
Oh, we should.
I would love to make fun of them as much as possible. Until 1,000 years from now when we're all proved wrong. And we hit that dome in the middle of the sky. Too long. Let's go ahead and read that article. Go ahead and check it out. Either read the whole thing or part of it, and we'll find out how those nuggets got up there.
Chicken nuggets in space. Companies want to do whatever they can to attract attention from potential customers, and a couple of recent marketing stunts have shown how true this is. One company has been advertising its clients' products by launching them into orbit in outer space. Another company heard about a customer's complaint and delivered a replacement product to the client's home in New Zealand by helicopter. These stunts show just how determined companies are to engage with their target markets.